Hello and welcome to the Smithsonian Science for Global Goals Identity Mapping Activity Walkthrough. In order to create an identity map, here are some of the steps that you can follow. I will explain multiple ways to create an identity map, so sit tight, hear some of the different ways, and then decide what you would like to do for your own personal one. The simplest and easiest way is to just draw an identity map. You do this on a piece of paper or open a digital document. In the center of your identity map, you can write your name and make sure it is nice and big, or you can even place a picture of yourself or draw a picture of yourself. Then draw a circle around your name or picture. You're putting yourself in the center of your map. Then ask yourself, who am I, or what describes me? We have a list below of a lot of different ideas that you can consider, but you can feel free to add anything that is not on our list. Anything that is important to you can go on your identity map. You might define yourself by your age, your school or your class, your race or ethnicity, your gender, the place where you live, whether that's a town, a state or a province, or a country. Or maybe there's other places or countries that are important to you or your family. You can also think about the topic or subjects that interest you, your role in your family or your community or class, any other things that are important to you, like your hobbies or your interests, and anything else that comes to you. You can see that my colleague Alexa did her identity map this way. And Alexa is there in the corner. I've moved myself now. So Alexa has her name in the middle, and she has lots of different things that are important to her. You'll notice things that she's interested in, characteristics that she has, places that are important to her, her job, and her roles in her family. Alexa, when she shares her identity map, often talks about her role as an aunt being very important to her and how much she cares for her nieces and nephews. Here you can see my identity map. It is a little bit different from Alexa's. I did my identity map like a digital collage. You might be able to do this online, or you could do it with a bunch of old magazines and cutting things out and putting them together on a piece of paper. You'll notice that my identity map includes places that are important to me, where I grew up, a particular place that I often visited, and things that represent my heritage. So the cows there are because my grandfather was a dairy farmer and my father is a large animal veterinarian. I also have the kaleidoscope above in that top left corner. And to me, the kaleidoscope represents the field that I work in. Sustainability involves lots of different pieces and arranging them together into a system. And I feel like the kaleidoscope and the turning of the kaleidoscope represents the pieces of an ever-changing system. The next slide, you can see my colleague, Katherine. Katherine has done her identity map in yet another way. She has gathered items from around her house and put them together into kind of a mini art installation and taken a picture. You can see lots of different things that are important to Katherine, like the tapestry in the back, which represents her home state of New Mexico, her picture of her dog, and her passport. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and make your identity map and save a picture of it or a copy of it. You can do this through any of the methods that you saw, whether it's word cloud, drawing, digital, or a magazine collage, or you can gather items from your environment and take a picture. All of these ways of learning and knowing about your environment are important, and so you should use the way that you like best. Thank you for doing the identity map activity. I hope you're ready to share it out with the people that you work with and the people that you like.